Hello everyone, Lillian Kemp here from Spruce Grove, Alberta in Canada, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm just hopping on board today to show you some sneak peeks from this amazing little catalog. It is the August to December 2020 mini catalog. So I know that a few of you, well, I've only heard from one of you so far, but I know that one of you has received it in the mail, so that means that the rest of you, it should be coming anytime. I've also heard that some of you are checking your mail regularly and it's just not showing up. Keep checking, it will come. Now let's just take a look at the cover here. It's gorgeous. Although the catalog does cover Thanksgiving and Halloween, of course, predominantly it is Christmas. So the cover shows us lots of different things. I'm not allowed to show you the inside, but I can show you the front and back covers. So let's just take a look. There are jingle bells here. There are lots of snowflakes here, and this is a neat frame that I will show you later on. Lots of these trees floating around and more snowflakes. So they are going to be featured. There's some tins, sleighs, poinsettias, great paper, lots of clues right here. So take a good look at it, and let's just flip it over to the back, and here are a few more samples. And look at these trees down here. I love that. So let's take a look. Now, there's no way I could get it all, although trust me, I would really like to have gotten it all. I tried to limit myself, and then I still have a wish list a mile long. So we will see what happens. And okay, I'm just trying to get the screen up so I can see your comments. Give me a wave or a hi or something so that I know you're here. And I saw that Karen Yeomans and Karen Gardner here. Gardner, pardon me. Sorry, I threw a D in there, Karen. And a few more. So let's just get down to business. One of the things, or one of the bundles that I saw right off the bat was the ornamental envelopes bundle. And this is the stamp set, and you might think, well, that looks like some really weird smiley faces or something, but actually these make neat wreaths or ovals. You can do a lot of different things with these. These are ornaments, so you can see that. These lines, well, you can do a few things with them. One is you can make background images, but they also are great for decorating your envelopes so you can have somewhere to write. I don't know about you, but when I write on an envelope, it tends to go downhill or uphill or all over the place. And then a few more things. So not only are these stamps for your cards, but this bundle is paying attention to your envelopes as well. So let me just show you the dies that come with the bundle. So here are the two items. There's the stamp set. Here are the dies. And as you can guess, this die here fits that stamp. So it would cut it out perfectly like that. And then you've got a few more little tiny ornaments and some flowers, which would fit these and like that. Now, what are all of these other things, you might ask? Well, let me just get rid of these four items here. Create envelope liners. So this would be for your 3x3. This is for our regular envelopes. If you were making some a little bigger, so this is what you get when you cut them out. Let's put that down over there. So here are the different sizes, like that. And I imagine people will be dreaming up all different kinds of things to do with this. But in a minute, I'm going to show you what I did, just briefly. Then you also get this, which creates a great border, like that there. And then you also get this die, which you can use on your envelope or your card or whatever. I kept this because this is from here, and I can just see using this, it looks like twigs to me, and I think there's lots you can do with that. there's also this die here, and this creates again a pattern in your paper. And then there's this one here which creates this. So you can make a pattern in your paper and thread other paper through it if you wanted, or you could just snip the ends and you've got this neat little design. So lots of potential with those dies. So let me just gather this up here and just show you what I did with my envelope. Now this is very basic beginning playing. I haven't had very long to play, so I just did this briefly this morning. So I took my Sahara Sand ink and stamped it off once and did the lines here so I could address my envelope. I used one of the stamps to decorate the corners. Then I used one of the dies to cut out that, and used the other die to cut out a liner. And what I'll just show you. So the liner you can slide in like that. You can catch just the edge of the licky part, or I would use adhesive, and fold it. But on this side, then look at how pretty that would be in the mail. Now it would be pretty on a card too, so I think it can be used in a lot of different ways. So that's just one idea of decorating an envelope with that set. And so I'm anxious to get playing with it, and we'll get going. Another thing that's in the catalog is this stamp set here, which I think has so much potential for any season. It was designed by Leanne Greff, who for her $1 million. Once a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator reaches $1 million in sales, they get to help design a stamp set. This was hers. So you've got the basic tree, you've got the snowflakes, the leaves, which could be done in spring colors, summer colors, fall colors. Then you've got these, are they called bouquet dots or something? And it's a distinctive stamp set. So you've got your lights and darks, and then this little swirly thing and a birdhouse. Our grandkids have been into painting birdhouses, so this might work for them. And then a couple of really nice words. Life is beautiful, hello, thinking of you. So they, again, are fairly generic. You can use them for a lot of things. So I'm looking forward to playing with that set there. And then this stamp here, I love everything about it. I love the fonts. I love the words. I can see myself using this over and over and over again. And so that was really at the top of my list, and it could go with so many things in the catalog. And another set that I had to get was Triangle. Now, I don't know about you, but in the main catalog, I should have it here. Let me just grab it. There is a bundle that uses the triangle dies. And let me just see, it's on page 179, but the whole suite or the whole bundle is shown on page 35. I have to admit, I looked at this and thought, nah, I don't need it. So here's the stamps, and then you've got all these different dies. Then when they brought this out in the mini catalog, I took a second look at it. Plus, if you've been following my other Facebook Lives, I've been into geometric shapes lately. And the triangles and the trees and this, well, I got it. And I am looking forward to playing with this. And also on the same page, when you do get your mini catalog, there's some foil paper in real red, and there's a green. I forget which green it is, but very Christmassy green and red. So lots of potential there. Then there was one suite in the catalog that I got everything in the suite. So I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I'll show you the example here. For example, if you were looking here at the suite, you can enter and get a whole suite. So if I wanted to enter the suite number, I would get absolutely everything listed on this page. And I often don't get everything in a suite, but there was one suite that I got absolutely everything in, and it was the Snowflake Wishes suite. So there's this gorgeous stamp set. Again, it's got all of these really, really neat snowflakes, and again, they're distinctive. So you've got your lights and your darks. I'm loving distinctive stamping, and this is a patent pending thing unique to Stampin' Up. Then there are fun words, fun fonts, even Happy Hanukkah, so which is a stamp that we don't often have. This stamp set too could be used at not just at Christmas. For example, our friendship is one of a kind, or that kind of thing. So thank you so much. You could use this all winter long, I think. So along with this, in a bundle, you can also get, now I didn't get these cut out. I was in the process of cutting them out, and our son phoned from the Netherlands, and so guess what? That trumped. It was a video call, so that trumped cutting out snowflakes today. So these are all of the dies. This is a great die for words, or to do a little focal point. Lots of snowflakes. Some are intricate like this, and some are outlines. So the outline ones, I believe, I'm just exploring this with you actually, the outline ones will cut out the dies like that. Oh yes, this one here, look at that. So, and I bet you this other one cuts out that one. This one? Yes, so they were, so you would stamp it and then cut it out, and you get that kind of effect too. It's photopolymer, so easy to line things up. But one of the snowflakes that I did get cut out was this one here, and I just wanted to let you know, this one doesn't cut the actual snowflake out, it just cuts the pieces. So that would make a wonderful background focal image on a card or a scrapbook page, or gift packaging. So just to give you that little sneak peek there. So there's, where did I, stamp set and the dies. That's the bundle that's included in that suite. Also included in that suite are these wonderful, wonderful adhesive back gems. They're blues, and they seem to catch all the different blue. They're almost rainbowy. So I don't know if you can see them. Some of them are darker in color, some lighter. I think this has got peacock in it, and this has got balmy blue, but they're just, they would go with pretty much, well, they would go with pretty much everything in the designer paper. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. So, but it's got that nice iridescent sparkle. And speaking of sparkle, there's this ribbon that's in the suite too. And this is called, this is called Snowflake Splendor ribbon. Ooh, I like the name. Snowflake Splendor. It's quite, it really holds its shape. It doesn't flatten very well. So it is just really sparkly and fun and glitzy, and yet the glitter doesn't rub off. So there's that. And so these. And then there's an embossing folder. So it's called Winter Snow. So it is not a 3D one, but it does have tons and tons of little snowflakes. So I embossed it in the blue, and it's got really intricate design. It really shows up beautifully. And then of course I had to choose a metallic of some sort, so I used silver foil. So there it is in the silver foil. So it's a beautiful embossing folder. Judy's saying a big tease. Yes, I know, Judy. I know, but yours will come soon. Soon, really. I thought I opened this, but I didn't. And my scissors aren't handy, so here, I'll grab some other that I use for sewing. Everything's on my desk. This is the designer paper that comes. As you can tell, I've just got this stuff. I haven't had time to do much with it myself. And I'm sure you saw the sneak peek down below. There is balmy blue glimmer paper as well. Gorgeous stuff. And the glimmer paper now, it doesn't shed the glitter. It really hangs on to it. Plus it's slightly thinner, so it's easy to cut out. I know, I'm doing a Lillian and getting sidetracked. But anyway, there's that, and there's that. Well, you get the idea. So let's just look at this paper. As you can tell, I haven't even looked. So this is one side. Look at, got the purples in there as well. And then this looks like it's got water, or you know, if you do that salt and water technique, it's got this lovely blotchy stuff. Okay, so that's two of the same. Slide it over, and oh, that's soft and pretty too. Oh, and look at this. Ooh, and it's got little snowflakes on it. And here's some of your stronger blues. That looks like Pacific Point in there. For those of you who love Pacific Point, it's being featured. And then it's got the softness on the other side. That looks, ooh, and here's some, I know I'm going to, sorry guys, but I'm excited. Ooh, now that doesn't even have to be snowflakey, does it? Some of these. Okay, so let's keep going. Some more snowflakes. And look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And a few more snowflakes because it is the snowflake paper. Ooh, nice. And that's it for that paper, but gorgeous. So those are all the items that come in that particular suite. There are more things that coordinate with that, but that's what's in this suite. So let's look at, oh, what shall I show you next? Oh, I'm going to show you embossing folders. I was trying to be so good, but you know how hard it is to be good when you're looking at this. So the 3D cobweb embossing folder. And you might say, well, Lillian, you don't do a lot of Halloween stuff. I don't. But you know what? This works for lots of other things. It works for Spider-Man cards. Lots of little boy cards would look great with this. So it has the three-dimensional. We used to have a spider web embossing folder, and I nearly wore it out actually, but you can see how it makes a wonderful background, and the debossed side looks really neat too. So I did it in Rich Razzleberry and Basic Black, just so you could see it in the different colors there. So that's that one. And then this one right now I think is my favorite new embossing folder. It's called the Evergreen, and in the picture here you can see that it's evergreen trees, but they're different colors. That's because the embossing folder does some that look like they're in the foreground and some in the background, so it's that with the three-dimensional look, stay in there, it you've got some sharper and softer, so it gives that extra 3D dimension, and it is one of the larger ones. So let me show you. I used it on this one here. So you've got the raised ones here, and then some in the background as well. So there's like 3 levels of embossing here. So just gorgeous. And then if you look at the back, the debossed side looks really neat too. And then of course I had to do some in the metallic. And do I hear oohs and ahs and oohs and ahs? It's a great one. Okay. Little stockpile. Let me show you a couple of other embellishments. There were lots of ribbons and embellishments and stamps, and I just got a little smattering right now so that I could start to play. So these ones here are called all the trimming embellishments. So there are circular ones. These have a matte finish. They're little stars, and they have the different sizes. So that I think has lots of potential and fun. And then there's this one called Wonderful Gems. So if you Elegant Gems in the annual catalog, which I've been showing you a few times, it's showcased with the Peony Suite. These are similar, only these have the gold on the clear, and then they have some sparkle on top of the, I think it's real red. I don't know. And it doesn't tell me there, so I would have to look that up. But again, and they are a little bit flat, so they're not bad for the mail as well. Then one of the ribbons I had to get, oh, I unwrapped it but didn't realize it was still taped. let me just get this started. This is, what's it called? Metallic mesh. So look at this. It is nice and meshy. You can pull it apart and make it even more. You can wrap it up. It ties beautifully like that. Now there's one big bow, and you can fluff it out. It's soft. It won't add bulk to your mailing. It's a gorgeous ribbon, no matter what season of card you are making. Speaking of seasons and cards and things, when you make your Christmas cards, do you go towards elegant or whimsical or fun or country or religious, or what type of cards do you tend to go towards? This is a real red ribbon that's like an organdy or sheer, and this one is really soft. You can scrunch this up, so it'll be very easy to work with, and it's just a fun ribbon that would go with lots of Christmas projects. And now I'm going to bring in just a bit of the designer paper. This one is called, so what kind of Christmas card do you like to do? Gilded Autumn. This is Gilded Autumn specialty. So it's in where the Thanksgiving sets are. This paper has copper and gold, so it's a specialty running through it. So there's the one side, and then we've got this on the other side. So I think you could do so much with this paper. So let's get on. So here are your little acorns, and there's a trio of 3 small stamps, and you can actually punch these out. I didn't get the stamps yet. Notice I said, who knows? And then this here, looks like they took an acorn and spread it out and just made a whole sheet of those layers. Isn't that gorgeous? Just yummy. And then some more. I think you could punch those out too, is my guess. And then this, I'm a sucker for wheat. I don't know why. I just am. And so that really is nice. And then this, ooh, now there's some very elegant. Look at that. Oh, and then some gourds, some pumpkins and squash and different truly Thanksgiving or Halloween things. And then this is just speckled. It looks like they just took speckles and speckled it. Love that look. So that is gorgeous paper that's in the catalog. And I wish you could see it in real life, because as with all paper, it stars even better in real life. I'm just trying to find places where I'm not going to drop stuff on the floor. Now, this is a brand new kind of paper and it's called brushed metal. So when it comes in the package, it comes face down so it doesn't get scratched. But look at this. It's got a brush mark across it. Sort of like if you're shopping for faucets or stoves and stuff, there's a lot of brushed metal in that kind of area. So brushed metal is big right now. So there's 2 sheets of the gold and 2 sheets, 2 or 3, I can't tell here, of the copper. And then I think this is champagne, 2 sheets of the champagne. I'm making that up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So am I blinding you yet? I can see on the computer I'm catching lots of reflection, but gorgeous metallic paper that will work with any card, no matter what season or occasion. Now there's some 3x3 paper, and again, I didn't get all the paper, but I had to get a smattering. And this 3x3, or 3x3, 6x6, pardon me, is definitely Christmassy colors. Some of it you don't have to use. You're not limited to Christmas, but there are 12 different designs. I'm just trying to spread them out here. So 12 designs, and the name of this one is 'Tis the Season. And then I want to flip them over for you. So There we go. Look at those poinsettias. Bells. I don't think we've had bells ever, or just at least not for years. There we've got some reindeer. Maybe I need a bigger hand or put these a little closer together. And lots of your plaids. So I need to scroll down on the computer and see what do you tend towards. Go plaids, or are you metallic for Christmas cards and Christmas projects? And here's the reverse side. So a ton of different patterns to choose from. And there we go, like that. Or do you even know what style? Do you just vary it, change it up? That tends to be me sometimes. Okay, this one is called the Poinsettia Place Designer Paper. Now there's a whole suite in the catalog with poinsettias and gorgeous, gorgeous dies. But this is the paper from it, and you could even add color if you wanted. You could add sparkle with your Wink of Stella. And then look at on the back, just little pine cones. So this could go again either way for all kinds of seasons. It would be fall. Here's some more poinsettias. They've brought vanilla poinsettia, which is just an interesting look. And then this, great. Oh, I like that too. Then I'm really liking this paper. I like the combo of colors. I think I'm going to have to make a card using these as my colors. And then this great wood grain on the back. And then some more poinsettias. And then like that. And some more pine cones. Looking like that. Again, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Look at how the red pops on this paper here. There we go. So some beautiful paper again there. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do a paper share or not with this catalog. So if you are interested in a paper share, let me know. If there's enough interest, I just might do it. So this is another specialty paper. It's called Wonder of the Season. And in the catalog, it looks kind of blah. Let me get this right side up. But it's got the metallics in it, and it looks like a newspaper or that kind of thing. So it's a combination. You could also just cut out sections and make your cards with that, or just cut out and use it as a background, or you could even use it as wrapping paper, but I think it's too nice to use as wrapping paper. But anyway, and then and there's a whole bunch of writing on here, and it looks like it's part of the story. I will have to take time to read that later. So that's that one. And there's 1, 2, 3 of each design. So they sometimes at Christmas time do that, bringing out 3 or 4 of a design, so that if you're making multiples of cards, you've got lots to work with. And now here's the same thing with the red. I wonder what red that is. Oh, where did I do with the paper? That red doesn't say what red. I'll have to look in the catalog afterwards. So that's very striking though. And then, oh, Santa's hot chocolate. And then they've got recipes here in the different colors from the different countries that Stampin' Up! Is in. Ooh, that's fun. So there we go. I see some in German. And then here's this one here. Breaking Bells. And, oh, this is a script. And again, it looks like a story of some sort. There we go. What fun paper. And then here we go again with the recipes with the shimmer. And then we've got this. So you could even cut out a section here again. Oh, lots of fun with this paper. And then oh, I didn't show you the back, sorry. It's black and white on the back. And this looks like gold. And again, it's just words. And Then this is on the back. So some of the designs they've done both on the back in black and white and then with foil. So neat, neat paper. So I imagine there's going to be lots of fun things done with this, and I'm looking forward to playing with that. Now that's what I've got so far. But I wanted to remind you also that some things from last year carried forward, which they almost never do, but Stampin' Up! Decided, because people said we really need to carry forward some of the things that were in the catalog last year. One is this stamp set and this die gathered together, and the dies, and these dies here actually emboss as well, and you've got your pumpkins, and then this cuts out this one here. So that's being carried forward. Another one that's being carried forward is the oh so popular Merry Moose and the Punch. And they did something that they never ever do. They carried it forward as a bundle. And I think it was because we ran out of this punch last year early on, and we had a hard time getting any more, and everybody fell in love with it. So because you couldn't get it last year when it was advertised, or not for very long anyway, they brought it back as a bundle. So it's still a 10% off if you get it as a bundle. And there's so much in this. So I just began to play with it last year. Lots to do with it this year. And the other thing they brought back, another thing, pardon me, is the Christmas Gleaming with the 2 ornament punches that go with it. I'm trying to move this so you don't get too much reflection. This was an oh so popular combination of products last year. And then this never happens. They also brought back some designer paper. So one of the designer papers they brought back was the Christmas Gleaming one, and I've got some pieces left from last year. But again, this is a metallic paper, and it looks like I've only got certain ones here. But this paper we used tons of last year, and so it has this on the back. It's got the peacock in there as well as your greens and other ones. And the other paper, these are my scraps, that actually was a runaway bestseller last year. It was called Feels Like Frost, and it was the actual photographs of the different, oh yikes, I used a lot of it, and I've got some spares here. We used this so much last year. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And then on the other side, it's all silver and white. And you know what you can do with silver and white? You can leave it silver and white, or you can sponge over top or bray over top and make it whatever color you want. So this paper is back. You'll see lots of that. So that is my catalog, mini catalog preview. I hope it's whetted your appetite. Well, I know it has. Since I can't show it to you in person, you've seen a little bit, and as I get more, I'll share it with you. But do be looking for that catalog in the mailbox. I just buried it. It's going to look like this. Some people, I've had people say, oh, my husband threw it in the back of the car, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff on top and that. So don't let your husband bury it by accident, we'll say, pardon me, or anything. There's just tons, even ideas, so that you can use what you have. That's what I love about Stampin' Up! Catalogs. They're full of ideas. They get the creative juices going. So be looking for this. Let me know if you don't get it within the next week or so. I've got some here. I can always give you one. And if you have a friend who would like one, let me know. I'll make sure to get it to you to share with them. Let's spread the news. All right. And speaking of spreading the news, don't hesitate to say, to share this so that other people can see it, or press that like button. And I love all your comments. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye-bye.